Welcome back to 843 TV. I'm joined again by Karen Warner, John Verity, and Stephen Murray. John, you're the chairman of the Beaufort Redevelopment Commission. Can you share with our viewers kind of a synopsis of what the Redevelopment Commission's role is in working with the city to grow Beaufort's economy?
I sure can. Well, thank you for having us. It's wonderful to be here. It's been almost 3 years since the Civic Master Plan was approved by City Council. And coming out of that really was a sense that there was a real opportunity for Beaufort to grow, both from a residential point of view and also from a commercial point of view. And what the Civic Master Plan did is essentially put everybody on the same page. So you've got everybody in the city administration understanding what we want to do, where we want to go. And when developers and others who live here have a chance to read it, they understand the same thing. So we're all on the same page, I think, through the Civic Master Plan. And I believe that that's been one of the catalysts for creating the economic activity we're seeing today. So although it's controversial, we do have a big Walmart going in on Ladies Island.
Yeah.
We have, it looks like a Harris Teeter potentially opening in the first quarter of 2018, also on Ladies Island. We have a lot of development going on right now in front of Lowe's. There's a new Taco Bell out there. There's some other new businesses going in on Roberts Mills Parkway. I think it's very exciting. I don't know whether anybody, I assume everybody's aware that Sea Eagle is going to be opening a very nice new facility between Kmart and the old Cafino. That's the kind of development I think we envisioned when the Boundary Street project was begun, that it would encourage people to reinvest in that property because it would be more attractive. I don't know that you can really say this for sure, but Sea Eagle is now on the water. I mean, again, across the street in a better facility. So I think that we're really pleased with what we see at this point in time. And actually the digital corridor we've been talking about earlier is another element in the opportunity for Beaufort to grow. That's really exciting.
So obviously the Civic Master Plan helped provide a framework for that. You know, Stephen, in your opinion, in addition to the master plan, what else is kind of spurring this growth? What do you think is behind the economic growth here in the area?
Well, I think we've done a really great job of preserving our natural resources. I think we've done a really great job of preserving our historic resources. I think the influx of military and Lockheed Martin now expanding their presence on the air station. Recruit Depot Paris Island has expanded the number of recruits that they're graduating into Marines on an annual basis. And our tourism marketing organization has done a pretty good job of getting our message out there to the rest of the world. So all that is driving folks to Beaufort, and I think our concern is that we're able to create economic opportunity for those of us who want to live and work here.
Right.
But we've got a lot of good things going on, I think.
No, absolutely. And Karen, you're the new program manager for the Beaufort Digital Corridor. Why do you think Beaufort is ideally situated for this type of economic growth, considering the high tech and creative industries?
Well, I look to our inspiration and aspiration, our friends up in Charleston, the Charleston Digital Corridor. It's sort of like if you build it, they will come. But they've got some really great numbers. I mean, it's a long game. It took them 15 years. They founded in 2000, and over that time, they've incubated 147 companies. Those companies have collectively raised $180 million in capital. They just announced last week a technology wage salary survey, and the average technology wage in the region is $86,000, a little more than $86,000. Wow. And that's 2 times what it is in the Charleston region in general, and in just for the technology segment, and in South Carolina. So I feel like if you look to those statistics and we follow that model and we hit the bases that we need to hit and we execute the way we've planned to, Beaufort is going to be the beneficiary of that.
Yeah, you know, I come back to your point about the tourism marketing. It's almost like this place is it's so beautiful and it's such a great place to live, and now people are starting to become aware of it. You know, I think that Charleston experienced that same kind of awareness 15 or 20 years ago, and now Beaufort is kind of in the limelight. So moving forward now, we're in getting towards the end of 2016. As you look forward, what do you think is next for the Redevelopment Commission, for Beaufort's economy? What's next for us? Obviously, we've got a lot of growth.
Well, I think we're putting a lot of energy and resources into these things that help us develop economic opportunity and help us develop energy in downtown and citywide. Karen mentioned it in her previous segment, talking about technology as an ecosystem. And I think local government in our community is very much the same thing. In government, we tend to look at issues in isolation when really it's an ecosystem. And like we talked, we've got all these great things going for us, but I think the missing component has been economic opportunity for folks. And I think the numbers show that with a declining per capita income, 21 to 44-year-olds leaving, the cost of living skyrocketing. So these are not positive trends in our community. And I think Council and the Redevelopment Commission has made a very real commitment to work on some of these issues. And I hope that over the next few years we can start reversing those trends, because creating this opportunity for folks has much broader impacts throughout the rest of the city, whether it's our infill goals downtown, because we envision these tech companies coming out and rehabilitating commercial buildings. They want to live and work next to those, so we see historic structures being rehabilitated. And then when you create 100, 200 consumers at $80,000 a year that are now in our community year round, what does that do to retail and to restaurants and those other opportunities? So,
and I think also, Stephen, that the other part of the redevelopment plan we haven't talked about is the infill. And the fact is, there's not a lot of places to live in Beaufort. I mean, in all honesty, the city itself is small, and we need to have better places for folks to live, more affordable, and just expand the whole process. We have a lot of empty space in Beaufort. Needs to be filled in.
Yeah. Well, that's our time for today, but thank you all so much for joining us and all you're doing for our great city here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching 843 TV, where communities come to speak.